Iran's stealthy minisubs are redrawing the map of danger in the Persian Gulf. A silent fleet of Ghadir-class minisubs now lurks beneath the Gulf, shifting the balance of power underwater. Tiny but lethal, Iran's Ghadirs are making the world's most powerful navy uneasy in its own patrol zone. A quiet ambush near home waters forces the US to rethink its Gulf strategy. Iran just made its move. Hidden tunnels and unseen subs now make every wave in Iranian waters a potential threat for America. Iran's decision to send more than 20 Ghadir-class mini-submarines into the Persian Gulf marked a major escalation, dramatically intensifying the hidden conflict brewing beneath its waters. Intelligence assessments estimated Iran's submarine fleet to number around 30 vessels, most of them compact minisubs, specifically tailored for operations inside the heavily monitored Gulf region. The Ghadir-class midget submarines have fast become Iran's most disruptive and unpredictable force in the littoral domain, perfectly suited for stealth missions close to enemy shores. With an estimated 20 to 23 Ghadir submarines ready for deployment, Iran has the capacity to quietly plant threats across several key Gulf choke points at once. Custom designed for the Persian Gulf's shallow depths and complex acoustic environment, the Ghadir submarine thrives where larger vessels struggle to move undetected. Ghadir's tiny 120-ton frame is fine-tuned to slip quietly through the Gulf's shallow, noisy seascape. The diesel-electric system lets it glide silently on battery power, ideal for sudden undersea ambushes. Armed with twin 533mm tubes, it trades size for deadly precision and strike power. Reports suggest it can fire Valfajr heavies, and possibly the fearsome, high-speed Hoot supercavitating torpedo. Designed for stealth missions, the Ghadir can plant mines, retrieve them, or deploy divers, all without sparking open war. Its core tactic: surface, strike hard, then vanish, perfect for the tight, congested lanes of the Persian Gulf. Each sub could dash from hidden coastal bases into preset ambush zones guarding vital Gulf choke points. In 2019, a rare test caught a Ghadir firing a Jask-2 cruise missile from underwater, proof of its evolving reach. The sealed Jask-2 system gave Iran a new standoff punch, sharing DNA with the lethal Nosser-1 strike weapons. A scattered web of Ghadirs and mines could shrink safe waters for any fleet into narrow, deadly paths. Swarms of small, expendable subs forced US commanders to crawl forward, draining precious anti-sub resources. Recent activity by US carrier strike group near Iran has brought attention back to the undersea risks in the Gulf, highlighting the potential threats beneath its waters. Iran's miniature submarine fleet was never meant to rival American naval strength directly, but instead to disrupt, distract, and complicate US operations in its vulnerable Gulf waters. Defense analysts widely believe the Ghadir design draws heavily from North Korea's Yono-class, sharing many of its compact stealth features and close-range strike characteristics. Reports suggest Iran received a Yono-class submarine from North Korea in 2004, which became the blueprint for developing its own improved and locally adapted Ghadir variants. While US aircraft carriers routinely stayed clear of the Gulf's shallow zones, their smaller escort and supply vessels had to operate closer to Iran's reach, making them prime targets. By blending hidden minefields with roaming Ghadir submarines, Iran could create lethal kill zones that corner high-value enemy ships and leave them with almost no safe route through the Gulf. Iranian officials went on record claiming that vast submarine tunnels beneath their coastline now store hundreds of long-range cruise missiles, ready to strike from hidden launch sites deep underground. The report first surfaced on January 28 through the New Arab, which quoted Iranian state media sources backing the bold claim of these concealed missile networks. Just days after that revelation, Iran staged large-scale live-fire exercises in the volatile Strait of Hormuz to showcase its readiness and reinforce the message of deterrence. According to reports, Iran's rapid response battalions used the drills to practice both offensive strikes and defensive maneuvers, simulating a full-spectrum engagement scenario. During the exercises, multiple missiles were reportedly launched toward designated sea targets, underscoring Iran's ability to mobilize and strike swiftly if provoked. Simultaneously, Iranian drones performed reconnaissance and strike missions in an environment of deliberate signal interference, testing their performance under modern electronic warfare conditions. Then, on February 18, Iran announced a major collaboration, a series of joint naval drills with the Russian fleet, signaling deepening military cooperation amid rising regional tensions. By February 2026, 2 rounds of nuclear negotiations had failed to ease tensions, and instead, Washington and Tehran found themselves edging dangerously close to open confrontation. Even as diplomats met at the table, the US military was quietly reinforcing its presence, expanding naval fleets, air wings, and missile batteries across the region surrounding Iran. According to Axios, officials cautioned that if Washington were to launch a strike, it wouldn't be a single event but a drawn-out, multi-week military campaign designed to cripple Iran's capabilities. In a striking report, Axios quoted a US official estimating a 90% likelihood of imminent military action against Iran, a statement that sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles. As American forces amassed nearby, Iran's supreme leader responded with a fierce warning, vowing severe consequences for any act of aggression from the United States.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.